Hello everyone, my name is Julius de Kempenaer and I am the creator of relative rotation graphs here with StockCharts.com. In this video, I will address the various possibilities of using RRGs on different time frames. People who watch my videos or read articles will usually see RRGs on a weekly time frame, which means that the data points are based on weekly charts, weekly dates. You have to compare that in a similar way as how you would look at daily charts, weekly charts, monthly charts, or, and we're going to talk about that, 60-minute or 30-minute or 10-minute charts. Because RRGs are nothing else than a chart format. So this weekly RRG shows you the rotation on a weekly time frame. Every node represents another week. So what you see on your screen right here is 5 weeks worth of data. Let me emphasize that the last node is fluid. So StockCharts loads the data up until the last data point that is available, also intraday. That means that that last segment on that tail can change throughout the day, but throughout the week as well. If we switch to a daily RRG, you will see much faster rotations because it's daily. And here also, that last node is fluid until the close of that day. And then tomorrow we will get a new node attached to the tail, and the last one will drop off because we've got 5 days length as the tail length for this graph here. Depending on what type of an investor you are, you may want to play and choose with different time frames on RRGs. I would advise you to use the same settings as that you use for your normal chart reading. So probably if you are a longer term investor, and then longer term being 12 to 18 months horizon, I think what you should use is a combination of monthly and weekly RRGs. It weeds out all the day-to-day fluff, so to say. If you are more of a intermediate term type swing trader, you may want to use a combination of weekly and daily charts. Gives you a little bit more granularity, but still at a high enough level to not get distracted by intraday moves. If you are a really short-term trader, day trader or few days trader, you may want to switch to a combination of daily and maybe hourly charts, because we can make RRGs on an intraday time frame. So this one is daily. But if you go to the period setting, you can see that we have the same settings as you can choose on your bar charts, on your normal bar charts. So let me go for, I don't know, let's go 10 minutes. Change it. And now I can see the rotation through the day, and watch on the legenda here. You can see what the time was. So let me go to the start of the day. So that's noon. So this is the end of April 8th. And then now we move over to the start of trading on April 9th. And let me center that chart so we got a good view of it. And now I'm going to move through what happened on April 9th. And remember, these are 10-minute bars, 10-minute nodes. So every node is 10 minutes during the day. And you can see how these tails actually rotate during the day, which, depending on your trading style, can help you to get a good angle for short-term trade ideas. I know that people at hedge funds use this kind of setup to find long-short trading opportunities on an intraday basis. And for example, this is a good example here. Now, I gotta admit, this was a wild day, April 9th, but it's good for examples and showcasing. Here is XLK inside the weakening quadrant starting to curl up. And here is a bunch of sectors inside improving and rolling over. This could be your long candidate, maybe some here, but this is a real good one. And then one of these could be your short candidate, especially the ones that are rolling over. Try to look for those setups, then you'll have a pretty good chance of picking up some alpha. And here you can see during the day how this group is actually shooting off into the leading quadrant, and this group here is shooting off back into the lagging quadrant. You can see that even during the day, at these short time intervals, positive and negative rotations are happening during daytime when the market is open. So if you are a very short-term orientated trader, go check out the intraday settings and the intraday intervals on the RRG page. If you're longer-term orientated, play around with monthly, weekly, daily, or any combination that you like. Just make sure that you align your RRG timeframes with the with the timeframes on your regular chart. That is a very important point to take into account. Happy charting, and let me know what you think about RRGs.